All right, so good morning, everyone. Thank you again for being here. We're really excited to present on our presentation, and as it's coming up, I just wanted to introduce our team members. We have some of our alumni here with us today. So we have Miss Bonnie, Miss Ann Nettles, Miss Michelle Allen, and we have our graduate assistant, Karina, and Isaiah. We have two of our graduate assistants and one of our previous youth researchers who is now a data research assistant in the Joy Lab, Jayana, who also works on our project here today. And so the name of our project is the West Philadelphia Community Archivists, an age-friendly participatory heritage project. So our project really emanates from the rich legacy of West Philadelphia High School, a high school that was the first high school built in Philadelphia west of the Schuylkill River in 1912, which closed in 2011. It is currently high-end condo apartments that have priced out many of our community members. And so our project is focused on preserving the history and the legacy of West Philadelphia High School. It is a community and youth-driven project that is currently in its 4th year of existence. I'll turn it over to Jayana.
This is Lucille Clifton. She is an American poet whose work emphasizes endurance and strength through adversity, focusing particularly on the African-American experience. They asked me to remember, but they want me to remember their memories, and I keep on remembering mine. West Philadelphia High School has the largest alumni gathering in the country, and since the move from the old building to the new one, they have been working tirelessly to preserve their history, but they didn't know exactly how, which is where we come in. Next slide, please. In 2019, we started the Community Archivist Project. Dr. Ayana came out to West Philadelphia High School and started working with 11th and 12th graders, or the 10th, 11th, and 12th graders on this project. And what we basically did was we went around to alumni parties, alumni gatherings, and we collected their yearbooks and all forms of memorabilia. And currently we are scanning them onto record in the computer so we can create a digital museum. We had a lot of students, so we broke them up into different groups. We had a scanning group, we had a website group. They were responsible for developing the website and creating the art for the website. And then we had a group that did interviews of the alumni so we can get more detail on their experience at West Philadelphia High School and their experience living in America in general.
This project has been in existence for a couple of years. And as we've noted, there's a really active, engaged alumni association associated with West Philly High, some of the members which are here on this call right now. And this call for the grant with an intergenerational lens really had us hone in on how can we use this project to execute an intergenerational connection that really just expands and illuminates what the project is already doing. So how can we bring in older adults, train them to use the scanners and technology and bridge a technological gap with the older adults while also enhancing a relational gap with the youth and students. And so we say build the capacity of older adults to engage in the scholarly endeavors and to inspire them to become lead archivists. But some of what we ended up finding was that the inspiration, the creativity, the capacity was already there, really just creating a space to actually do the work and digitize and start scanning and organizing the yearbooks. And so this is a picture of us this summer. These are some of the alumni here at Drexel, the School of Education in the Joy Lab. And so we were able to bring them in the lab space and go through some of the artifacts, including yearbooks, newspaper clippings, old trophies and awards, and really starting to think about what questions can we ask, what do we see, and how does this tell the story of the African-American history here in West Philadelphia. We also continued to meet at West Philadelphia High School, and then eventually on Zoom to prepare for our presentation. So really engaging in diverse modes of communication in order to enhance the conversation about what the rich history of West Philadelphia carries and why it's important to preserve it in the community and alongside the community. Isaiah?
Yes, so we had 3 research questions. It looks like one of them is cut off. But number 2 is to what extent and how does the intergenerational participatory heritage project foster intergenerational connectivity amongst older adults, high school students, and Drexel faculty and students, as well as bridging the gap between the community as well. Question 1, to what extent does, how does an intergenerational participatory heritage project disrupt ageism? And then question number 3, to what extent and how does an intergenerational participatory heritage project increase older adults' access to technology and development of their digital literacy?
Yeah. And sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. So now we're going to hear some of the reflections we think that we've learned from some of the alumni. Miss Bonnie is on the call, Miss Allen. Oh, we can't hear you, Miss Bonnie.
Okay, good morning. I'm sorry, I'm Bonnie, and I'm a alumni of the class of 73. And this project for me has just been so rewarding so far, just in the fact that we are building relationships in addition to learning how to archive and how to preserve our history. The most interesting part to me is just being able to see how we connect. And I think with the young people, me being almost 50 years out and then experiencing the relationships with the younger generation, that how different we are, but in seeing the difference, how much we share. And with going through the archives, looking at the old books, it's just so amazing to see that as much as things change, they remain the same. And I think it's so important for us to share that with each other. Not only is it going to help, I'm looking forward to the entirety of the process, because it's not only going to help us with our information for West Philly, but as a personal growth with my family. With learning this, it'll help me to be able to share this with my family outside in the community, because I think so much of our history is being lost. So it's just been an exciting experience, just like the scanning process, which we're beginning to do. And just like with beginning the scanning process, looking at how much history we actually do have, looking at some of the older graduates, and then even following through to see where they have, what happened to them? Where are they today? Are they still here? What did they do? Did their goals match when they were in high school? If their goals match what they accomplished in life? So it's just been an exciting project, and I look forward to seeing where we go from here.
Thank you, Ms.
Yes, I like to piggyback on most of the things that she has shared. It was such a good experience and an honor to have the opportunity to bring back some of those things from West Philly, to let the young people know that, education is the most important thing, that you have to have an education if you want to be whatever you choose to be in life. And having the opportunity to become a part of this project, it just really enlightened me of the impact that when we went to school, things were so different. We had so many activities after school that we could participate in. We didn't have time to just sit around and play with video games and stuff like that. I mean, we developed relationships with each other during school that have become long-term relationships. Right now, my class, the class of 71, we have a gathering that we do once a month where we meet at a restaurant and we just fellowship together and share different stories, share different things about our families, share things about people in our class that have gone on to the heavenlies and things like that. And it's just amazing that we're still alive today. You know, it might be like 20, 25 of us that meet, but we still do this. We do this every month. So all of these things that we're preserving is for a lifetime. Students today, they just don't have the opportunities that we had. And it's fun when they listen to us and when we share those things with them. They really like, wow, y'all did this and y'all did that. Well, we don't have that because, you know, of funding and, you know, whatever the other issues are with it. But it was a good experience pulling up those yearbooks. I love to see how we dressed back then. And now the people are dressing that way right now. I mean, fashion just, you know, goes right back around. And to see those pictures of us, and one of our students did some history on the building and how the building had all this Gothic architecture, and we didn't even realize all that fancy stuff when we were going there. We were just like hanging out, you know, hanging out in the hallways, hanging out in the fire towers, you know, things like that. But here, all these things were built, you know, for a purpose. And then they turn around and destroy so much of our stuff and become a university condos. And they don't even mention about how it was West Philly High School, you know. So you know, I'm a little angry about that, but I'll keep that to myself. I won't, you know.
And I'd like to say, you know, this is Bonnie again, and I'd like to share that I think one of the,
it's like, oh, well, this place never even was a school. And it was. And I am so proud to be a part of that. So proud to be a part of West Philly. I mean, Ayana is doing this project because she watched me, how I go to all the alumni meetings, I participate in everything West Philly has that I'm able to participate in. And she got inspired by that. And so I'm glad, I'm really happy that we're doing this, and I hope we continue to do this in the future. And I just appreciate the opportunity to be a part of it.
So if you didn't realize, that's my mom. She just called me out. Okay.
Yeah.
I know our time is kind of short. Miss Bonnie, did you want to say something real quick? And then I know we can share our last slide with Miss Ann. Sorry if we're over.
Your mom, based on what your mom said, I was just like, one of the things that I think is key is just like we're in our 50th year anniversary. And, you know, I work with students with the, we give scholarships every year. And, you know, I think the biggest thing missing, and I hope that this project will do, is connect students, because that's the one thing that they don't seem to have that we had. You know, they don't, we're still, our class is so tight after 50 years, and the younger generation seems to miss that and don't seem to see the value in that. And I hope through this project that they'll see, you know, that, you know, staying together is important.
Thank you, Miss Bonnie, Miss Allen. And thank you for just not shying away. That's very real, the erasure of Black history in urban communities and how that leads to very serious issues, including racism, gentrification, which we see right here in our own backyard. But we're going to transition. We also have one more alumni, Miss Ann, who's going to talk about just moving forward in our future directions and next steps in this preservation project. Oh, we can't hear you, Miss Ann. You're muted. No. Hello? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
There you
Can you hear
go.
me now?
Yeah. We all
Okay.
got the work headset.
Yeah, I'm at work.
Mhm.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ann Nettles, the class of 1987. And I'm also on the board of the West Philadelphia Alumni Association. When I first started with the board, they didn't have any kind of social media. They didn't have any kind of ways of connecting with the younger or the older ones that had computers, because computers were just coming around. So when I came aboard, they saw what I was doing with my class, where it started with Facebook. And what we did was I made a Facebook page, then came along, then there was Instagram, then there was Twitter. So I tried to make spaces for all of us, for us on all platforms. So this way we can kind of get more people into the Alumni Association, get more people who were alumni to participate and do different things along with us for the students. Now, moving forward, working in partnership with the high school students, we have developed a lot of different programs that we instill for the students, where we go into the school. I talk to the principal, the counselors, so we can kind of get a nice rapport. Like, say, if we have to have meetings, or we have to, like Ms. Bonnie was saying, in regards to scholarships, we need an area to meet. So this way they can do the interviews and stuff like that there. Applying to external grants and sustain our work. Okay. I really want to talk about the future gallery walk. And I'm really excited about it because of all the different artifacts that we came across. A lot of this stuff was really picked up from, we were already in the new building. So myself, a couple of alumni, and the president of the Alumni Association, Mike Brown, we all went over to when Westfield, before they actually bought the building, they said if we wanted to get anything else that we had to come there. The person who had the key let us in, and we just try to get as much stuff, pile as much stuff in our car as possible to bring over to the new school, because who knows what they were going to do with it. We gathered as much as we could. Stuff was in boxes and underneath desks, and had dust on it, and just like they were going to discard it without even just piling it all up and saying, this is what we're going to send to you guys because we know this all was yours. But I think if we never did do that, we would have never had as many yearbooks and artifacts and newspaper clippings and things like that. And with moving forward, we have to preserve everything that we have. Not only was I an alumni of West Philadelphia High School, my mother, my aunt, my cousins, it's a lot of people are generational for West Philadelphia High School, where, we just kind of kept it in the family. This is a, kind of a tradition. And I want to tell, the newer students, the newer who are going to be alumni soon, that, just like I got inspired, hopefully they will be inspired to come back and do stuff to kind of, bridge the gap. And as we work with them, we will see more that we're more alike than we're different, and not just in age, but, with our love for our school.
Thank you so much, Anne. And thank you all for listening to our project. I apologize, we're a little bit over, but we really are just so excited to share our work and more to come. Thank you. And thank you to our alumni who came to spend time with us today.